Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have 4 polishes to share with you for Hella Handmade Creations for the month of August. If you're not familiar with what Hella Handmade Creations is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers. They, like Polish Pickup, they come together to create limited edition items. So cuticle oils, nail polishes, hand care items, apparel, all of that stuff. Instead of a common theme like in Polish Pickup, the theme is up to the maker. So it's essentially like you'll get your own mini collection at the end of their series pretty much. So if you decide that you really love a certain brand and you want to get all the polishes because it's Beauty and the Beast inspired or whatever the case, then you'll have a mini collection. So just like Polish Pickup, these items are capped or could be capped, meaning that the maker will only create a certain amount of these items, and once they sell out, that is it. I know in Polish Pickup, if you follow their Facebook group, sometimes makers add additional items, but I've never seen that with Hella Handmade. They always open the 14th of every month and they close, I think it's the 21st. And they open 12:01 Eastern Standard Time, like AM, 12:01 AM. And from my experience, the caps are usually pretty low, and all of the items that I usually want sell out because I'm sleeping at midnight. Because if you think about it, the 14th can fall on any month of any day of the month. So if it's on a Tuesday, then I'm gonna be sleeping because I have work the next day. I usually don't shop Hella Handmade Creations often. If I do, I only usually pick up like maybe a couple of polishes, 2 or 3. I don't know, I just find that I gravitate towards the polishes that are made for Polish Pickup more often than Hella Handmade Creations. Not that there isn't beautiful polishes on there, they just, I don't know, they just never really are my jam or my taste in polish. I don't know why, it is. I don't know what's going to be offered for this month. I haven't looked. All right, so let's get into the swatches. Starting off with Victorian Varnish. This is a new brand to my channel, and this is Shape-Shifting Goo. It's inspired by Treasure Planet, and it's a magenta fuchsia leaning neon with purple, blue, peach, gold, green iridescent shimmer, and it's also blacklight reflective, which I don't have a blacklight yet. Working on that though. I am so impressed with this formula. Oh my goodness, it just glides on beautifully. There's no running, no pulling. I didn't have any issues with any of that. The gold shimmer is gorgeous. I am not a big gold shimmer fan, but it's just, I love it. I mean, it's like, it obviously has your other shimmers, right? So blue, purple, peach, and green. I see more of that gold peach and maybe just a hint of green. But my favorite part of this polish has to be that magenta base. It is way more brighter in person than it's giving off on camera. Pictured are 2 coats of Victorian Varnish, Shape-Shifting Goo with a glossy top coat. Next up is Dawn Polish. This is how I roll. This is going to have a 200 bottle cap. If I forget to mention it, I'll make sure to have the caps listed in the description. But they are continuing their Hello Kitty and Friends series. And this is a light blue crelly with pink and yellow star glitters and assorted pink, blue, and white glitters. And it also has a sprinkle of pink gold shifting shimmer. This is such a fun polish. I am not the biggest fan of star glitters, but I feel like with this polish, either maybe it was my bottle, right? Because when it came in the mail, the stars were kind of like stuck to one side of the bottle. I probably should have given it a better shake, but you know, like the star glitters aren't gonna just like all scatter throughout the nail. You can be selective with how you place the star glitters, in my opinion. I love how fun this polish is. I love Hello Kitty, and I'm really enjoying this series from Dawn Polish. All of the Hello Kitty like series polishes have been so cute and so fun on the nails. This polish, I can definitely see myself wearing it in the summertime and even into like the fall as like a fun transition color. 2 coats on short nails, and I think possibly 3 coats on long nails, depending on how you like the opacity of your polish. I think this one is fun in just 2 coats. You can really see that sprinkling of shimmer on my ring finger. It gives it like this nice little dainty look. along with those fun glitters. But pictured are 2 coats of Dawn polish. This is how I roll with a glossy top coat. But in real life, you're going to want to use a glitter smoother before your top coat just to plump out the polish, because the glitters will leave your hands or your mani textured. Here we have Rogue Lacquer, and this is Enchantress, and they are continuing their Beauty and the Beast series. This is a grass green Kelly base with purple green and blue glass flake and metallic black flakes. Oh gosh, this polish is beautiful. So before I even read the description, I was like, oh my goodness, this reminds me of stained glass, and it is inspired by stained glass. This built up beautifully in just 2 coats. I was a little worried that I may need to build it up in 3 coats, but Rogue Lacquer's flaky bombs or flaky polishes are notorious for just building up perfectly in 2 coats. Like, look how juicy this looks. This is just 2 coats, guys. I think long nails, short nails, you're going to be fine with 2 coats on its own. The flakies lay nice and flat, so you'll just need a glossy top coat to plump everything out. I love these types of grassy green colors. I love how they look against my skin tone the most, but I am a fan of green polishes. So pictured are 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer Enchantress with a glossy top coat. In the wonderful Zombie Claw, this is a Mistress of Disguise, and they're continuing their series inspired by the Powerpuff Girls, and I've also been loving this series because I know I mentioned it in my other HAC videos, but I used to love the Powerpuff Girls. This is capped at 100 bottles, and it's a cornflower blue base with multi-chrome pigment that shifts from red, blue, black, and purple. It's inspired by Sedusa. Now, when I saw this in the bottle, I was like, oh wow, this is a beautiful fall color. It's nice and deep. But then I was like, oh, I was a little bit worried that that shiftiness wouldn't transfer onto the nail, or the more I built it up, that it wouldn't transfer. And that's not the case at all. This is 2 beautiful coats, long, short nails. 2 coats are going to be fine. I love how I built this up in 2 coats, but you can still see the shift on the nail. I feel like sometimes with darker colors, that can be a little bit tough, or at least you might lose some of the shift as you build up the polish, but that's not the case with this one at all. This one is gorgeous. Pictured are 2 coats of Zombie Claw Mistress of Disguise with a glossy top coat. All right, so I have 2 favorites out of these polishes that I swatched. The first one is going to be from Dawn Polish. Do not look at my nails, they are disgusting. I have to do a manicure, not get one. But this one is so fun and so cute. I usually am not the biggest fan. Actually, no, I am not a fan of star glitters, but the star glitters in here aren't jam-packed, and you can get away with not having them on your nail. I don't like star glitters. I just don't like them. I feel like a 10-year-old when I wear them. And not to say that if you like them, I don't want to offend anybody, because if you like them, then rock them. That is completely fine. But for me, I don't know. I just feel very juvenile when I wear them. So I don't wear them. But I would totally wear this type of fun polish. It's a very girly type of polish, and I love anything girly. Oh, and the name is This Is How I Roll. And then the second one is from Victorian Varnish, Shape Shifting Goo. Now, I know I probably mentioned this once or twice before, but I'm not the biggest fan of gold shimmer. It needs to be very selective, and it just needs to, the base really needs to mix in well with the gold shimmer, if that makes any sense. Or there needs to be some other sort of shiftiness or other shimmer in there as well. This one in particular, I really enjoyed the berry base. I think it's gorgeous, and that gold shimmer does sort of shift to, well, not sort of, it does. I'm horrible at describing. It has a nice, lovely green shift to it as well. You can't really see it there, but I can see it looking at it. But because this base is beautiful, I can look past the gold shimmer, and I really enjoyed this one. That is all that I have for you guys. Please let me know if you're planning on picking up any of these polishes or what you are going to be wish listing for Hella Handmade Creations. Like I said, I haven't looked at any of the polishes available. I'm a little bit nervous to do that because I'm in polish overload. So who knows? I might just go and glance and see what's available, but I don't think I'm really gonna go crazy with getting anything if I even do get anything. But we'll see. Thank you again for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload videos with live swatches and I love talking about all things nails and nail polish. I'll see you guys in my next one.